In this video today, we're going to be talking about loss. I'm going to be giving you a spiritual perspective on loss, whether it be loss of a family member or someone that passed away close to you, loss of a career, loss of a relationship, whatever it may be. You might be someone out there who is grieving a loss of someone or something. And today I'm going to help unveil the truth behind loss and also help you better understand how this can aid you on your spiritual awakening. Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Mike Pazorski, and today we're talking about loss and how it helps us on our spiritual path and how it is a great tool and great aid for us to actually use that emotional pain and help us to awaken to who we truly are. Eckhart Tolle, a spiritual teacher, just posted something a couple days ago. And it said something along the lines of, you can lose something that you have, but you cannot lose who you are. So in the world, there are things, there are people, bodies, there are personalities, there are jobs, careers, families, things, possessions that we all experience, and most of us have, and identify with. Most people, anyways, identify with these things in our lives. We think that they belong to us. We think that we own these things. We actually identify ourselves with these things, like your car, for instance, or it might be a partner of yours, a family member, even yourself. Spiritual awakening comes in and helps you better understand that you are none of these things. And who you are is beyond the things of the world. And who you are is within you. And that is the thing you cannot lose. You can lose anything, you can lose everything in the world, but you cannot lose the essence of you. And the essence of us is our greatest gift because it is eternal. The things in this world are not eternal. They will pass. The houses will turn to dust. You will eventually lose family members or your parents. You may even go through separation from a spouse, or maybe your spouse passes away. You might have a pet. All of these things, your job, your identity, the job that you identify with, you're one day going to retire. Everything is fleeting in this world. And everything goes very, very quickly. And when we become too identified with the things of this world, we really set ourselves up for more suffering than necessary, because ultimately nothing in this world is permanent. So we have to be willing to see things differently if we want to ease that pain and suffering of loss. So I want you to just take a moment and really contemplate that most things in your life, whether they be people, situations, circumstances, are eventually going to change in one way or another. It's very rare that people live the same life with the same people in the same job, in the same town, in the same career for their entire lives. Now, there are some of that, but for most of us, things shift, things change. We have to be willing to let go. We have to be willing to embrace change. So, this isn't something to be bummed out about or depressed about, but rather we can use the truth and reality of loss, because we're all going to experience it in one way or another, and we can use that to help aid us in our spiritual wisdom and understanding of the truth and reality of this world. And again, that is that it's temporary. So when we start to loosen the grip of needing these things in our lives, needing these wants or desires or things or possessions or relationships or jobs or a certain career path, when we start to understand that it's all temporary, and it's nice when we have it. If we're enjoying it, great. And maybe we have it lifelong, who knows? Maybe, maybe not. But when we can loosen that grip of these things and come into what is permanent, that's where joy and happiness can truly begin to blossom. Because you're no longer investing your happiness and joy in things that you can hold on to forever. Even your physical body, your personal sense of self, all of that is going to go at some point. So why don't we come into something that is better than anything and everything in this world anyways? It will give you more joy, more happiness, more fulfillment, more meaning, all of these things that we deep down we crave. If we can start to begin to understand that nothing in this world is ultimately permanent, is even ultimately true, and we come into our heart, into the essence of our being, who we truly are, which is beyond the physical body, which is beyond the personal sense of self, which is beyond our likes and dislikes. It is that ever-present stillness, that consciousness that's within us, that never changes, that is permanent, and that is love, joy, and bliss. And it's right here. It's within you. That is what we call spiritual awakening. It's awakening to the illusion of the world, realizing that all of this is temporary anyways, so that you can actually enjoy the things of this world now, more so, and be more willing to let them go when things change, rather than needing these things for your happiness, because that always sets you up for failure. It always sets you up for misery. When you try to hold on to things, when you try to identify with things that are not permanent, that are changing and shifting. So waking up to the illusion of this world and realizing the truth, which is not an illusion, that is coming into your being, into the presence, into the stillness, into the now, into who you are beyond form. That is ultimately what spiritual awakening is and what it comes down to. And one of the practices you can start to do is just observe things in the world. Observe the nature. Observe cars passing on the road, people walking. You can observe just the outside world and just understand that there is a deeper reality to what you're seeing here. And all of these things of what you're seeing is eventually going to pass, is going to change in some way. So again, to invest our happiness, to invest our identity in things that you cannot hold on to, is only going to lead to depression, and it's not going to lead to fulfillment, which is why people are always on this chasing, the next thing, not ever truly satisfied, because the world cannot totally satisfy you. It's impossible, because who you are is beyond this world, and coming into who you are is ultimately going to satisfy you. So this world is really set up in some ways. You can view it as a learning device, of learning that nothing's ultimately going to do it for you until you come into who you are. And when you live from this place, from the heart, when you come into the present moment, into truth, into reality. Jesus said to be in the world, but not of it. So you can be in the world, engage with things, enjoy things, participate in the play of the world, in your career, in your relationships. But don't be of it, meaning don't become totally identified with it. Because that will only lead to misery. Because things will eventually be taken away from you in some way, shape, or form. And be glad that there's something greater than anything this world can offer you, and it's within you already. You don't have to go and search for it. And no one can take it away from you. You just have to be willing to accept these truths, practice them, and start to turn inward. Okay, that's the end of this video. I'm going to wrap it up here. I hope you enjoyed this. I'm going to be talking more about spiritual awakening on my channel, because this is absolutely vital in our world today. And if you're watching this, you may feel drawn and called to begin to practice this in your daily life. And the practice, again, really comes down to seeing things for what they truly are, an illusion in this physical world, and starting to look at something a bit more stable, a bit more satisfying, a bit more joyful, because that's where your happiness lies. Your happiness lies with going within. Okay, thank you. I'll see you in the next one.